What's up, everybody? Welcome to Warped Season 2, episode number 27. How's it going? Hello, everyone. Hello.
This is the 27th of Season 2?
Yes.
It's 27 already?
27.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, we've been going for a long time, guys. A long time.
It has been 84 years.
It's been a long time. Yes. Welcome to the show, everyone. If this is the first time that you are seeing the show, well, you're in for a treat. Because we do sci-fi space opera roleplay here using the What's Old is New RPG system. It's the official stream of the What's Old is New RPG system. Please be aware we will be using mature language. Prepare yourselves however you want to do that. Because we are not going to stop using mature language. There's a lot of potty mouths here, and we're totally fine with that. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Let's get right to it. Why don't we sort of hop into things and introduce ourselves and our characters and any announcements you may have. Let's start off with Mr. Iron Chef Bobby Flail. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I seen Ready Player One this morning, which is a pretty good movie. Enjoyed that. Just got a place in Toronto, which I'm pretty excited about. I move in 2 weeks, so
Hooray!
hopefully I'll be able to play over all that. But we'll see. That's up in the air. But yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good. I can't wait to play today. I played Vok'tu Drah'Zik, a gigantic spooky alien. Think the Predator from the Predator, but a little bit taller. And ferocious and probably a little bit over the top, so that's for sure. Can't wait to play today. I got a whole bunch of new shit from my inventory that I got from loot boxes that I gotta figure out what to do with, and yeah, let's go.
Excellent. Fuzzy?
Hi, I definitely wasn't eating. Hi, I'm Fuzzy. I play, who do I play? Betty, yes. She's, a nightmare creature. A nightmare creature of epic proportions. And yeah, she's just awful. She's awful. But, you know, so much fun to play.
Touch sexual harassy. A lot sexual harassy.
Just a smidge, you know, just a gnat's whisker. Yes, as you can see, I've dyed my hair, which was exciting. And is there anything else exciting? Oh yeah, I hit 200 sub points today.
Hooray!
Yeah, due to like sort of like two people just basically going on gifting sprees.
Those are nice. Those are nice when people do gifting sprees.
Somebody got their bank card, you know, suspended for overgift. It's just like crazy. But yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much it. I'm just here. I've got Chinese food. Life is good.
Excellent. Simply?
Hello, I am Simply Jackson, variety broadcaster here on Twitch, although mostly been doing a lot of World of Warcraft lately, and will be doing a lot more World of Warcraft. I lost about 4 pounds of hair today. This is my cat, Petal. She's gonna really want your attention. And I play 7H1CC, our service droid, navigational droid, thief droid, misleads a Godicus droid, you know, encouraging an orgy in a courtroom droid. It's fine.
That was your fault.
Yeah.
That was your fault.
It worked.
It worked. Excellent. Do you have any announcements or anything?
Not really, just
Nothing.
the usual stuff. Streaming later tonight, hanging out, maxing, relaxing. I'll shoot some people outside of school and all.
Just watch out for a couple of guys who are up to no good.
Yeah.
Took a second for Bobby. Took a second. He got
I've
it.
been following the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Don't you worry. I smirked because you guys kept going with it. That's why it was entertaining me. Yeah.
Speaking of
excited to do
entertaining,
some, I'm so sorry. I was gonna say I'm excited to do the career stuff. I'm sitting here trying to study. I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
you don't have to worry about doing the career stuff. We got some upgrades for the characters to do. So we'll be doing that in the beginning of the episode here and getting the characters situated. But yeah, speaking of exciting and excitement and super hype, Zygoticus.
Hey, I'm Scaricus.
His camera's
I'm a
frozen in the
ventriloquist,
best possible
but
way.
only when I'm not making contact. So there's that.
His camera freeze.
There's just down there where I'm looking right now. That's where my script is. I need a script if I'm going to be a ventriloquist. So.
Super quiet, by the way.
What? Why am I quiet?
Well, now you're louder. I don't know if you weren't talking into your mic.
I'm right close to my microphone right now. Just it broke. Oh no. Oh, here we are. Hello. I'm Scaricus. Hello. I play Ilya Muromets. He does
The key's all off.
He does shooty bang bang things. The debriefing for this mission is going to be a highlight of his military career, I'm sure. For me, I announcements today. Doing this tomorrow, doing more tabletop roleplay right here for 7th Eon. Then Monday, Nameless Ones, which is the sword and sorcery kind of classic dark fantasy version of this system. And I'll be continuing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on Monday as well. I think that's everything for me.
Okay.
Also, I painted this wall, so this is a painted wall green screen, which Bobby knows is far superior.
I was gonna say it looks really good actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. E did it for my birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mrs. E's awesome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I'll be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. If you guys haven't done so and you're curious about the system that we're playing, you can head on over to the What's Old Is New RPG.com, WoinRPG.com rather. What did I do for the command? It's Woin, right? Yeah, there we go. You can head on over to that website there and learn more about the system that we use. There are 2 other versions that are just different settings for the system, essentially. They have slightly different mechanics, but it's all sort of the same core stuff that's going on there. The system sort of works into 3 parts. So the OLD system is the sort of fantasy type earlier periods of time setting on Earth. n.e.w is modern, and n.e.w, the system that we're playing, is the futuristic space opera sci-fi type stuff. So if you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people, and let's get started. Let's get started with stuff. Let's get started with the stuff and the things. So last session, the characters had, I guess it was we missed a week, but they kind of had
an experience.
Sure, that's a way to put it. There was a courtroom scene, and there was some Spartan lovemaking. I don't know if you can really call it that. More like power mating. Probably closer. I don't know.
It was magical. It was a magical experience. It was beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah. I'm sure it brought a lot more than just tears to the eyes.
PTSD to my brain.
of Ilya. It was a difficult time, I think, for Ilya. It was a difficult time, but like any stalwart military person, he grit his teeth and he bore it. And, well, he learned some things and got married. Technically. To his, I guess, direct underling. Ichar. Who is a Spartan and has a certain athletic disposition. And, well, the characters are currently in a, they're in a bind. because they've been partaking in a sort of entertainment experience known as the Spectacle, belonging to a race of creatures known as the Pyrrylp, which chat was so wonderful in their help of creating. And the Pyrrylp use entertainment as their form of economy, and they've created this sort of modular, sort of hollow sim setup where all different alien species can interact with it, and by interacting with it, they can earn credits. And through these credits, they can buy various goods and things, and I guess learn more about the Pyrrylp culture. That was the goal of the players upon entering, and things went a bit awry as Thick and one of the other shuttle's passengers, Brain, decided to try to hack the Spectacle to get, I guess, an updated status, find out if their friends were okay inside of the sim, and in the process broke the highest law of the Pyrrylp and were forced to be tried in a court. Of course, the Pyrrylp have sort of a different definition of justice. They first and foremost seek entertainment, and the characters played up to that. Specifically, very intense Spartan marriage scene. And they found out that Dr. Icarus, by the way, Peachy will not be joining us for a few weeks. So he will be played by this image of Doc Brown from Back to the Future. I mean, it's pretty close. So, it was found out that Dr. Icarus was inhabited by a member of the Sik'Rit, a alien insectoid-like species, an insectoid creature with many different subspecies that one of which invaded Dr. Icarus's body and has been there for quite a while. The Pyrrylp found out about this and evacuated this from Dr. Icarus's body. Upon doing so, Dr. Icarus revealed several pieces of information regarding the Sik'Rit to the Pyrrylp. And we kind of left off with Dr. Icarus in this sort of limbo of him trying to figure out if he wanted to divulge everything that he knew to the Pyrrylp in return for getting the rest of the crew here released. So we're gonna start the session today with some leveling up, I guess. The characters have enough experience now to advance to the next grade, so we're gonna start things off with that. It costs essentially 10 times the XP you want for that grade to go up. So if you're going from 6 to 7, it costs 70 XP to jump up to that grade. And it's the most cost-effective way of spending your XP. You get the most bang for your buck with that. You get abilities, you get attributes, you get exploits, you get skill increases. It's a very good way to sort of level up your character. So, does anyone want to start with their level up? Any volunteers?
Sure, I'll do mine.
Okay. Where are you headed?
I going to draw on my experience from me brain farting on the name of where we just were.
The Spectacle?
Thank you.
The detective
Spectacle.
aspect, maybe?
And I'm gonna go for detective.
I had a feeling.
It's also formerly military police, so it's kind of tying in somewhat.
You're a bit quiet, by the way.
Why is it doing this?
I think it's your position from your microphone. Seems very
Oh,
directional.
It's where it usually is. It's also my mic's been doing this weird thing my mixer's doing this weird thing where it cuts out my right audio channel. So I tested my headphones, it's not them. So my mixer might be breaking.
Sounds like everybody needs to go sub to Zygoticus so that he can buy himself a new mixer.
Oh, don't do that. Right here. So detective gets me +1 to my agility, which isn't entirely useful.
Yeah, you're not going to
So-
get your next dice up until you're at 15 on agility.
Yeah, so that's quite a while to go. But we can do this thing where we can swap it to a racial.
Once you start to get like up to 10 on the numbers, it gets so hard to like get them higher.
Yeah. So I think I'll switch that agility over to my strength instead. Then that gets me up to a 3d6 on strength. I'll take the 2 int.
And you're
because it gives
switching
me-
your strength there. How?
that thingy where you can switch to your racial stats.
Okay.
Do you recall this?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Used to be
I have to make
racial-
sure it's still in the book because I feel like
Oh,
fairly often Morris will just flip the script on me and make me look like an idiot. And so I want to make sure that that's still in there. I'm pretty sure that it
somebody's
is.
noted for a particular ability, or noted for a particular attribute, have an ability which allows them to optionally exchange one of these. for a
Yeah, we got to
different
check
one.
1.2 of the book.
Yeah, I'm in 1.2, but it says some race is noted for a particular attribute of an ability, so I'm not sure what that means.
I think
Right,
it
I won't
says
do
it.
for now.
I'm pretty sure it says it under the specific species.
Okay, I'll just pop it into agility for now then, just to be safe. I'll take the 2 int because it gets me closer to getting 10 in it, because I'll be at 9.
Yeah, let me open up the errata. Maybe it actually has like an easy to read thing.
And where am I? Detective. And then I get 1 charisma, which I'll take since my charisma is a little low. I'm not sure if I can swap it. Okay, skill choices. I get 2, correct? 2. I will take.
Yes, there's 2 skill
pers-
choices for a grade up. Yep.
I'll take perception, just to get my perception up. Closer to a 2d6 as well. And then I will take stealth, because I don't have it and I feel like it could be useful.
Could be decent, yeah. That's a fair thing. Plus, you got reasonably high agility, so you're going to get to roll 5d6.
Yep.
Super handy.
And then I have a choice of 3 different exploits. I have clues. For any clues to find at a crime scene, you automatically find them within 5 minutes. Criminal record, you can access police data banks and automatically discover information held on file about a suspect. Hull number, you can request a starship hull number lookup and automatically determine the registered owner and port of registration of a starship. I'm going to go with clues, because that seems awesome.
Okay. Scooby-Doo activated.
Mm-hmm. I am best detective. And then that's me.
Okay. Fairly straightforward. Anybody want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okie doke.
Okay, where'd my pen go? How did that just disappear?
There is a version 2.0b of the errata. Let's take a look.
Ooh, is there anything new and fancy in there?
I don't
So
know.
I just tried to open up my pen, but the wrong end came off. So that's good. There we go. Okay, good. I fixed it. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to take another level of assassin.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to spend my 70 XP to take up assassin. Unfortunately, the attributes that I get from assassin are almost identical to what I get as a Drah'Zik, so I can't really spread the goods as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think you're able to switch them out anymore.
Did you take that out?
Yeah, I think they
I
did.
think you're right. I do think I remember reading that somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's still fine. But yeah, I'm going to take assassin. And you still get, it's the 2 skill choices, correct?
Correct. There's
Yeah.
2 skill choices on a grade up. yeah.
Okay, so one is a combat skill choice. I'm going to take axes. for that. Pick up another skill point in axes. And the other one, I'll pick up. What could make sense here? I'm gonna take disguise. I'll take a level of disguise as well. What main attribute would you say you pair with disguise?
Disguise. That's a good question. I think it's really based on the situation. But I'm gonna say it's probably like, I think it's either reputation or charisma most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're trying to, you're combining your ability to disguise with your ability to kind of.
Yeah.
blend
I guess
in,
it depends on the situation, because like you could be trying to make a disguise in a forest, and you could I guess maybe use your intuition to intuitively, okay, which branches do I want to cover myself with?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I think
what
that's
you would
mo-
use,
I
right?
think that's more resource gathering than anything. That's not necessarily your ability to make a disguise. Yeah.
It's not that flexible. Hey.
Intuition is like using your natural senses.
Yeah, like just your intuitive sense.
Yep.
Yeah, so in
Yeah,
that case, you're
it would
talking
still
about.
take rep though. I could still use my rep pool, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take disguise. Yeah, I took axes and disguise, and for the exploit, I'm going to take sneak, which is if nobody is actively looking for you, you're able to move silently and unseen at half your normal speed. You're effectively invisible. However, if anybody is actually looking for you, they may make int checks as normal to spot you. So up until they're actively looking for you, you're pretty much invisible.
Nice.
So
very good for infiltration as opposed to hiding.
yeah, and I think it pairs up really well with what layout I have right now with Vok'tu. So yeah, I'm gonna take sneak.
Cool.
And that's my career.
Cool beans. All right. Ladies, who goes next?
I'll go.
Okay, good. No,
Sorry.
you're fine. Go ahead.
Slightly faster. Right. Okay, so I was thinking of taking performer.
Okay. I think that totally
Um,
makes sense.
Yeah. But I was thinking that so wait, do I just get one of the attributes, or is it all of them? I forget.
You get all of the attributes.
Oh, okay. And then skill choices, carouse, well, or performance. Yeah, the other thing is this is like
You get
music-
both. You get
Oh right,
carousing
okay.
and
Okay.
a performance skill.
All right, okay.
When
what
it's
the
in
hell
brackets, you get the anything from that category.
would hitting on people count as performance? Reload. Flirting.
You can,
Um,
I would say it's
Seduction.
Seduction is closer. And
Okay.
I don't know if Betty really understands seduction. It's more along the lines of
Look, she-
aggressive harassment.
Yeah, but what I was thinking, okay, and then I get one of the thingies as well. I was thinking of taking fearful. You can use voice or music to instill fear in those who hear it. All right, love. Oh shit.
So there's performance. The performance skills that are listed just as default: acting, singing, musical instrument, dancing, mime, magic, storytelling, comedy, fortune telling, juggling, ventriloquism.
Comedy.
Erotic thrusting.
Mime. Yeah, mime. Come
Okay.
on, mime.
Yeah, go for it. What the hell?
Erotic mime.
I think you could just put down erotic mimery.
Okay, so right.
I've never heard those two words in tandem before today. in my
No
whole
one
life.
has. No one
What?
has.
You've never been to a live erotic mime show?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
It's like a public
unfortunately.
holiday here.
Yeah, it's the Fringe Festival, man. The erotic mime show. Can't miss it. Okay, yeah, and I'm going to take fearful, and it's just going to be basically Betty aggressively hitting on people and making them deeply uncomfortable.
Oh man, it's pretty on the nose.
Yeah, you can use voice or music to instill fear in those who hear it while using your musical instrument or voice. Also, those who can hear you become nervous, minus 1d6 to all interactions with you or with a target or object of your choice until you stop. This requires a charisma versus mental defense check and a full 2 actions each turn. So basically, if somebody's trying to do something, I can just basically talk at them and they'll just be like, can you stop?
I mean, they were doing it anyway, so this is just going to help.
She's perfected her art.
Oh, God. Creep factor so high. Simply?
Embrace it.
Okay, so bear with me because I'm the newest here.
Okay.
At leveling up and stuff. But I'm thinking with our recent being jailed, it has kind of triggered some things in Thick's memory. So I just want to level up prisoner
Okay.
if I can. Okay.
Totally.
So just
So
stick a
under
point in there.
advancement,
Yeah.
you're going to
Okay.
spend your 70. So just do grade 6 to grade 7. On the next one, add a trait. And then spend your 70 XP there.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to go to
Sorry,
your...
I need the hand holding chat.
No,
I'm
no
sorry.
problem. Nobody's complaining. So prisoner, you can do grade 2 in that one now.
Okay.
We don't have to roll for age for this because this is happening sort of as we're going here.
Okay.
Okay. And now you're going to take all of the attribute bonuses that it gives you for prisoner. So
Okay.
1 strength, endurance, int, and rep.
Okay. Sorry, it's a tiny little arrow to push. Got a little focused. Okay.
And then there's 2 skill choices from the list there. And anything that's in brackets, you get to
Yeah.
choose from the entire skill pool that's on
Yeah.
page.
So I picked the
19
subterfuge
and
skill
20.
stealth. I feel like she's been really focusing in on hiding and stuff.
Okay.
Thick has, so I think her interest in continuing to be a sneak would be fun.
Okay.
So I'll add stealth on there, and then do we pick an exploit?
Did you get? I'm sorry. What were your 2? You get 2.
Oh, you picked 2? Oh.
Yeah. You can't pick the same one. You have to pick a different one.
I'll do stealth and knives then, since knives are only weapon. That'd be okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'll add those in a second. And then for
Your exploit, you get one of the exploits that's there.
can we pick a universal one instead?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I pick?
And if you don't like knives, you could take a defensive exploit.
Oh, it's fine. I'm a Shiv kid. It's cool. I was thinking of doing dive for cover.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. So it requires Agi 7 high. So
What's your agi?
7.
Excellent. So that's perfect.
Cool.
So if
Sweet.
a ranged attack misses, you may immediately move half your speed and either throw yourself prone or get behind cover if it is in range. This is an immediate reaction. So
Yeah,
half.
with
What's
a
your speed?
I'm sorry.
Wow!
Every time. Every time.
On command, I can R2D2.
Okay. So I'm so sorry, guys. I'm totally slowing everybody down. Stealth. Would you think that would be an Agi based?
Stealth is agi based, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I don't know about. I guess it would be level 1, yeah,
It'd be level 1, yes.
and 1d6. Okay, cool. And then what else did I say? The knives.
You don't even have knives here, so this is your 1st knives. So this is gonna kick up some of your stuff. You get like
Sweet.
more defense and a bunch of other things from this.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just was like, poke,
Yeah, if you guys got more endurance, and you went up to another dice pool, which I think you did. Did you change your attributes already?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just went up to the 3rd dice pool on endurance. So you get to roll a d6 here and add that to your health total.
Okay.
So an extra 2 HP.
Okay.
Entering information needs grunts.
Is that on combat and equipment? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
it's right at the top there. You get.
Bingo.
Wow, you don't have a lot of health. That was very needed.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, since you have the knife skill, The knives skill, this is going to either be agility or strength. Since they're the same for you, it doesn't really matter. You put whichever one you want in there.
All right, cool.
And that's going to go up 1.
Okay.
Okay, and now, because you have the knives skill, you actually can add another die to the pool for your defense. So your defense, I think it's going to jump up a bit. Let me see here. Derive statistics. Yeah, so you're going to go up. What are you at? You're at 14 right now? Yeah, so you're going to go up to 18 on melee and ranged. It's a big jump.
Cool. Getting tougher, guys. It's going to be fine. Although I'm just going to be... We're going to lose Thick to being reported and taken apart anyway. So, Ilya. Party ruiner. Party pooper. Just kidding. Cool.
Okay, and let me just think, am I missing anything else here? Shook is going to stay the same. Health changed. Your exploit, what did you said? Oh, you got the eye for cover.
Oh, I didn't put it in. Yeah, it's supposed to be that for cover, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So,
Thanks.
I think that's it. I think we're all done with that. We sort of return to the scene with Dr. Icarus and the Pyrrylp. I think that Vok'tu, you were watching everything going down in the courtroom as things were going on. And the scene kind of ended, and everyone was kind of there was a kind of guilty verdict, but Dr. Icarus sort of chimed in with some new information. I think on your screen, there's probably something along the lines of like verdict rendered, and it's like different like action montages of the producer, Zircon, and different like worm's eye view camera angles and stuff like that. Like, I think so. In Star Trek, the Klingons have that sphere that they smash that explodes when they're making a verdict, right? In the Klingon courts, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to think what the Pyrrylp are gonna have. I think they had they just had that sort of like gong type sound that went off, and it had this pulse wave that shot out. So I think the scene around you, has been kind of chaos. Like, people have been cheering on this crazy sex scene that went on with Ilya and the Spartan, and just craziness happening. So things have kind of like died down a little bit. People are starting to like disperse from the scene. What are you doing?
Is it still extremely hectic, I assume, in the room here?
I mean, people are sort of milling about, and they're separating a bit. It looks like they're kind of going about their business. The massive jam up of all the different prize stuff on the carousel behind you guys is like people are starting to get their stuff. There's people complaining and probably pushing each other, like maybe some of their stuff got like damaged or something. Who knows? It's all like jammed up. It's created this massive fucking pile of bullshit on the carousel.
Okay. I remember at the end of the last episode, I sort of like forcefully made my way through a whole bunch of people, like throwing people out of the way to get to the front.
Yep.
To get to my belongings and goods.
Okay.
It's like, does anybody like have any issues with my giant self? Toss them out of the way to get to the front of this thing.
Give me a reputation check.
Okay. Plus any skills potentially? Intimidation?
Absolutely. Intimidation, definitely.
Wow.
19.
19.
Okay.
46.
So, people in general are getting the hell out of your way. You're bigger than most of them that are trying to get past. There's a few that are like, that just kind of make weird noises and stuff as you just kind of push them out of the way. There's like fluids and stuff flying up. You get to the front of the line, and as you go to like grab your stuff, there's another hand that goes to grab your stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna instinctively grab the wrist of that person and then just look at them like who is trying to grab my stuff right here.
They try to grab your other wrist too. They have like a very similar bodily reaction.
Yeah.
And you look up and you see another Drah'Zik, specifically I don't know how you really can see the difference, but you can. This is a Drah'Zik.
So the Drah'Zik that we've seen or that I ran into initially, or I don't know if I ran into him, but
don't think you did.
he was described to me as the Drah'Zik. So the fact that a Drah'Zik touched me at all without like some preconceived reason is a major issue, and two, the fact that they're going for my belongings, that's a no-no. Those are two in Drah'Zikian like tradition. The caste system is extremely strict, and that's a no-no. So I snarl at this thing, and I'm going to sneakily, with my bladed wrist blades that's still equipped, I'm going to try and bury this thing under this guy's chin.
Okay.
That's death. You don't do that to the higher caste, regardless of where you are, what system you're in. You just don't do it.
So in your custom, how rare is it for a Drah'Zik to become a Drah?
So basically, the way that the caste system works is everybody starts more or less as a Drah. Like initially, everyone was Drah. You would get demoted if you like failed to kill a target or something like super serious would happen. Like if you were like defeated or if you weren't honorable, but you lose your status to Drah. And once you're there, your whole family, everyone that's associated with your whole bloodline gets demoted to Drah'Zik. You can eventually get back into the Drah'Zik class by competing in like a gauntlet style tournament in like a gladiator sort of arena, like mega thing that goes on like every 5 years or so. That's like a huge tournament. But yeah, this is a no-no. You don't do this.
Okay. All right, make your. I think this is going to be stealth plus axe. Not stealth. Agility plus your axes. Because you're trying to do this.
I think for this one, you said for brawling for the wrist blade. So can I use brawling?
Yeah,
brawling.
Yeah, absolutely, brawling. Yes.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna add some exploits to this, because I'm more or less inflicting or starting combat. I'm gonna use my weak point on this, and I'm gonna blow my 2 luck die to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is serious business right here.
Okay.
Okay, so you said agi plus brawling.
Yes.
So 3.
Yeah, because you're trying to do this sort of fast.
Okay, agility. So that's an 11 on a 5d6, which is a horrible roll. But I'm gonna roll my 2 luck die. An 8 with 1 exploding with a 6. And a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 20.
That's a 20.
Okay. So yeah, you go for the sort of wrist blade. You go for like a punch, and then the wrist blade, I think, just extends out.
Yeah, it just shoots out.
Yeah, it has like, it's almost like, is it like a snap, like latch? Like, does it fly up, or does it?
No,
extend?
It's like magnetic. It's like magnetic based. It's like.
Is it like Wolverine?
It's powered.
Is it Wolverine, or is it like a mousetrap?
No, it's like Wolverine. The blades are like sort of situated in the wrist of the gauntlet in my armor.
Okay.
And basically what happens is when I decide to have them come out, there's like an electrical charge that basically closes a coil, and these things shoot out, and it's just like instantaneous. But yeah, they just pop out, and it's like a sneaky uppercut. I'm trying to land on this guy.
Absolutely. Okay, so you just kind of like, and you're going for what part of his body?
Right underneath his chin, like right into the tentacles, like right into the jugular area, just straight into the brain.
Okay, so you go for the attack, and you can see like the Drah'Zik just kind of looks like immediately like upset that this is even happening, and I think this like hard realization comes over its face. Like this is just a reaction, you know, like you guys are trained to sort of deal with these situations, and it totally like didn't realize that you were a Drah'Zik as you were doing this. It just saw you like coming on over, probably mistakenly grabbed the wrong thing, and you just fucking go in for a death uppercut. So you go for the shot. Give me some damage. That's a hit.
Okay, the damage on the blades, and I used weak point, and because I'm using like a regular strike, I'll use my deadly strike as well.
Okay.
So this is damage. 10 damage straight through armor.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear this horrible like you know, like that doesn't get translated or whatever. You know that's just like it's an abruptly cut off sentence like I didn't know. You know, like, and it's just kind of like you see tentacles like go like this horrible goopy slimed like shoots out from where he cut off a few of the tentacles, and he just kind of like raising his hands up, like looks horrified.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping going.
Okay,
I'm keep attacking.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is it. That literally like those two things that he did, basically touching me and going for my belongings. Like those are no-nos in society and in tradition, the whole 9 yards. Like that's just, you just don't do that. So that's
okay.
That's what's going on. I'm going to continue combat.
Alrighty. So now we do initiative. Give me an initiative roll, please.
Okay. Initiative. 21.
Okay. Hi, Boo Boo. Yeah, I see you there. It's not time to eat yet. Where did I put this? Too many PDFs. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just checking how many dice he gets to roll.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, he did not roll well. 3, 6, 7, 9 for him. For good old Sten, Betty's ex-lover.
Poor Sten.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, so basically
he's
what
got
I'm
like his hands up. He's trying to like back away. There's just like this blue-green goop shooting out from his tentacles.
Okay, basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to unsheath the battle axe, the ceremonial battle axe, which he's probably the only person in here who can read the runes that are inlaid on it, but it's just things like honor, strength, determination, and it's endured with bone and rare gems. Like they basically just look like stones, but to the Drah and to the Drah'Zik, they're extremely valuable. But I'm gonna just take that out and kind of point it at him, and I'm gonna turn off the global translator, so it's not actually translating my voice and broadcasting it across the network. So he'll still be able to hear me, but it's gonna be in just Drah'Zik.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, kneel if you wish to save your family. And basically insinuating for you, like, he would assume no now after he's seen that me being a Drah'Zik, that if you don't accept the punishment, you condemn your whole family, your whole line.
Okay, give me a reputation plus intimidation.
Sure.
This is going to take up one of your actions.
Yeah, that's fine. 11.
Okay.
Gross.
He just kind of like looks at you. He's like trying to hold the tentacles, furrowed brow, gets this determined look on his face, and says, "I will win back my honor."
Yeah, I'll just nod and smirk and smile and swing my axe at his head.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So, axes, bang. Wow.
15.
No, that's a... Yep, that's right. That's a pretty shitty roll on a 5d6. Kind of average, I guess.
Okay, so that is a miss. He just kind of gets out of the way of the attack. And you can see he grabs something, I think something from one of the spilled crates that's sort of spilling out. And people are kind of like trying to make room for you guys now. And he grabs something from one of the spilled crates, and you can see it's like this, it looks like some kind of weird, like pipe-looking thing. It's basically like a club for all intents and purposes. Some kind of metal rod of some kind. It's kind of thick around, and it probably belonged to some chair or something that he's got. And he just kind of like swings it towards your face. He's actually reasonably skilled.
Would that be classified as an improvised weapon then?
No, it's considered it's basically considered
Just
a club. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's just a club. 11, 14, 16, 19.
No, I have a 20 for melee defense.
Woohoo! First
This is a
attack
battle.
is a miss. And he just kind of grabs it with the other hand, comes back around, goes for the attack. Ooh, 11, 16, another 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sort of like just back out of the way as the strike just misses me.
You can
Just
see all
grazes the face.
You can see like all the other people, like there's a few people that are just kind of like running and hiding and like just trying to get the fuck out of there, and there's a few people that are kind of like pushing each other, like there's just like an alien crowd forming in this carousel. Yeah, he misses with that attack.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just follow up with the axe. Like, I guess on the follow through, he tried to make his attacks. I'm just gonna bring it back, backhanded, and I'm gonna feint with this attack too to give me an extra die.
D6 on this one attack roll.
Yep. So that takes up an action too, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. 66, 16.
That's a miss.
Okay. Yeah, that's that turn.
Yep. Okay. He is going to jump up on the carousel as one of his actions, and he is going to throw the sort of pipe at you, I guess, which is going to be really hard to do. I don't think there's any way he can hit you. He's got to roll like really high. Not bad, but not enough. 10, 13, 14 is a miss. The sort of pipe gets thrown. He's going to use the rest of his movement. You could see he spotted something, like, on the conveyor belt, on, like, the carousel, and he's like, running towards it.
Okay. How far away has he gotten?
He's climbing over stuff. I think he's probably 20 feet away.
20 feet?
Yep.
Is there any like amount of space for like a run up that I could do? Like how far away is say the conveyor belt? Like is he 20 feet away, like up in some luggage, or?
I think for that I'd make you do like a climbing check or something, because there's a bunch of shit that's on this carousel. Different crates and things, similar to what you had. Different sizes. He's kind of been like jumping over stuff, you know. But he looks like he's seen something that's there.
Okay. Could I like I want to catch him basically.
Okay.
Or what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run towards him the best I can and get as close to him as I can. And then I am going to grab the energy net on my clip and throw that at him while I'm moving towards him. So that'll be am I going to need to use an action to get within range to do that?
I don't know. Let's take a look at the energy net.
So it's just a basic attack, like a thrown attack. So like
What's the
realistically,
range?
yeah, it's the range on it is it's a throne. Let me pull this up real quick. I can't believe I don't have that written there. I think it's 10 feet, 15. I think it's 15 feet, honestly.
Net energy. Doesn't have a range, so I think you just have to throw it.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure it's 15 feet is what thrown weapons are. Like a base thrown.
Energy
weapon.
3 range, yep.
Okay, so yeah, 15 feet. So, like, without having to say use an action to increase my movement or do a check,
You have to use
I'm
an
gonna
action
have to.
move, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just
He's about 20
run
feet away,
and
so.
I'll acrobatically close the distance, and as I'm still moving forward, I'm gonna throw the net at him.
Awesome. Okay, so this is going to be throw plus.
Yep.
I would say you could get away with strength or agility here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use strength. Okay. So it's just a straight strength check.
Yep.
Because I don't have throw.
Yep.
Gross.
Oh.
10.
So the energy net just kind of like. You see it just kind of like fizzle out, and it just kind of grabs. He like looks back, gets down. There's like you grab like a bunch of crates, and you can see them just kind of like get caught up in the energy net, like little sparks shooting out from where they're connecting with the crate. You can see like a few people like. Okay. So he's going to use one action to grab something from the crate. And you could see him take out this big fucking gnarly, it looks like it's some kind of strange, double-bladed sword from this thing. It's weird, and it looks like it's not made for necessarily totally humanoid hands. Like, it doesn't really have like a guard to it. It just kind of has this strange like spiral, almost like a screw has that sort of thread to it. It's got like this sort of strange thread on the handle. It's got a long handle, but for all intents and purposes, it's a double-bladed sword. And he grabs this thing, and he sort of starts to spin it around and tries to rush towards you. He's rushing towards you now, basically.
Are we both on like uneven terrain?
Yes. It's
Cool.
really, it's like crazy and awkward. And the thing is moving. The carousel is moving. We'll say it's moving towards. I'll roll for it. Let's see. High is towards you. Low is towards him. Low. We got a 1. It's towards him.
Okay.
So yeah, that's his whole turn. He picked this thing up, and then he's now rushing back towards you. He's got like he's spinning this double-bladed sword.
How close has he gotten?
He's in melee. Yeah, he's in melee.
Okay, he's close to melee
Yeah.
combat. All right, yeah, I'm going to just quickly retract the net, which like I'm just basically holstering it. I don't think that's an action. I think that's just a quick free action. And I'm going to follow up with a attack with the battle axe, and I'm going to feint again.
Okay.
Okay. 17.
I think that's a miss, but hold on.
These rolls have not been good.
Yeah, you guys are too skilled Drah'Zik. I
Yep.
mean,
This is basically what we're
yeah,
bred for
yeah.
combat.
Nope, that's a miss.
All right. And that is the attack plus the feint exploit, so that's my turn.
Okay. He's gonna do the same thing towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the sword. Uh, 7, 11, I don't think it's enough. 12, 13, 16 is a miss. Brings the double-bladed sword down, and I think you probably just kind of knock it away with your wrist blade as you go for the attack. Yeah, and you guys are just having this crazy fucking fight. And we're going to switch the scenes while you guys are having this fight.
Yeah, this is just a battle that's going on and on and on and on.
We switch the scenes as Dr. Icarus is speaking now to the Pyrrylp in regards to the Sik'Rit and what he learned.
Well, one thing I think is important to note is that I want to make sure that the rest of the crew here are going to be released. And the sticking point here, as the military officer here, Ilya, has mentioned, is that we are very concerned about the Sik'Rit ourselves. So perhaps it would be best if I simply reveal what I know. Yes, do you agree here, Lieutenant Muromets?
Yes, it's best if we share information. It's best for everyone. Sik'Rit are... I don't think they're anybody's friend. So, go ahead, Doctor.
Very well. As I said before, this thing was inside me. I was able to see some of the things that it was trying to hide from me. Obviously, with my massive brain, I could see so many things. But one thing stuck out clearly, that there were so many of them. There were trillions of them, and that we're vastly outnumbered. But there are, I don't know what to call them, representatives or something for the Sik'Rit, and some sort of hierarchy is made. There are higher-ups, leaders, leaders Sik'Rit. They look sort of humanoid for all intents and purposes. Very possible, you see, that they were able to take on some of our attributes from possibly for adaptation. I'm not sure. They seem very reactive to their environment, so perhaps they've developed this over time. I'm not sure, but they have these quite large skull casings for their brains. I would very much like to study the size of their brains. They must be quite massive if their skulls wrap all the way back down to their tailbones. Very intriguing, and well, I think I have a general idea of where they may be. Judging from the planets and such, if I'm able to see some sort of star chart or something of the area, I might be able to locate them. I managed to see many characteristics of the planets that they inhabit. I think I saw. If not their home world, at least some of their worlds that they have under control. Yes. Science.
This is most intriguing. we will bring up a star chart for the immediate vicinity, and you will indicate where you believe their homeworld is located.
I'll do my best, yes. Is there any way we can also have this information for ourselves? You see, we don't have all of the stars here mapped. Our sensors only extend to a certain point, and if you had further technology...
This may be bartered for. For now, please indicate where you believe this area to be. Pulls up a star chart. It's kind of a strange hollow-like display. Sort of like pops up in front of you guys. And you guys are still in your cells, and I think that everyone's probably sort of piled in close to try and see what they can, hear what they can from the conversation. Betty's been muted, of course, and she's just probably put on a few different kinds of shows in the process. Ilya's probably doing a lot of this. Dr. Eric is,
That's very obscene, Betty. I don't understand. Why are you putting that there? That's horrible.
Yeah, so this hollow display kind of comes up.
Oh, this is quite interesting. Look at this. Yes. And where are we located right now? Where are we located?
Currently, you are located in this area. And let's pull this up. Oops. Try that again. Okay, there we go. You are located in this area.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yes. Okay, so if we're here and the nebula's there, it's possible that... Yes. Very well. Let's see here. Yes, if we're located here, and, well, it's possible that... the probes were destroyed there, yes. Okay, and if I touch this planet here, and he bloop, it just like zooms in on a planet. He says, yes, that's a very nice magnesium core cell for this planet. Interesting. Let's see here. Yes. I will start to illustrate where their territory seems to be located. Oh my. Yes, it's quite large. Oh my. And he does this.
And let's go ahead and let's make this a little bit brighter so you guys can get more of a view. Okay, like that.
Oh my. Yes, it's a quite large area. Yes, approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 planets seem to be under their control. 17 systems, rather.
You can see Zircong, who has several other producers and directors, I guess, that have sort of joined the conversation that are just observing this. You can see they all begin to sort of talk amongst themselves. They must turn off the translator because you guys just hear like...
That's a very large territory. Oh my.
He just kind of like looks towards Ilya. And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for more Warped Season 2, Episode number 27. Back in just a little bit. Hang tight.